Everyone, I hope you're all fit and well and enjoying as much as you can the enforced period at home during these rather worrying times. At Bird Photographer of the Year, we've been continuing to work on various projects. As I record this today, which is the 1st of April, we were supposed to have a rather special event which marked a seminal point in the development of the competition. We've been working quite hard over the last few months. That's myself, Paul Sterry, Andrew Cleave, and in particular Andrew Cameron, to establish a charitable incorporated organisation called Birds on the Brink. Now, to launch that project or that charity, we had an exhibition and an event lined up for the Oxo Tower Gallery this evening, which was an exhibition featuring imagery from the competition and from the Nature Photographers Limited photo library to illustrate various species of birds where their populations were in serious decline and the reasons behind it. Obviously, unfortunately, that can't go ahead because of the current coronavirus situation. So I thought I would take this opportunity to tell you a bit more about the charity. But let me start by reading a mission statement which is really from, well, it's from all of us. So that's the two Andrews, Paul and myself. Birds on the Brink is a conservation grant awarding charity that owns and is funded by Bird Photographer of the Year. It was born of a passion for birds, but also out of a sense of despair, a response to the seemingly unstoppable process of human environmental exploitation and biodiversity's steady progression towards extinction. But at its heart, there is a recognition that all is not yet lost, and that if enough people care passionately enough about the world we live in, we stand a chance of reversing the decline. We know that the first step is to engage and educate people about the issues, and that is where striking imagery can help capture the imagination and nurture interest and compassion. The problems facing the environment are global, and the pace of change is accelerating. Birds serve as a conspicuous barometer of biodiversity decline generally. If we were to step back in time to, say, the year 1500, then a reasonable guess would be that there were 11,147 species of birds alive and well on the planet. BirdLife International states that today at least 40% of bird species worldwide have declining populations. The International Union for Conservation of Nature's global red list categories tell us that 1,107 bird species are near threatened, 800 are vulnerable to extinction, 461 are endangered and threatened with extinction, a further 225 are classed as critically endangered, and 164 are now either extinct or extinct in the wild. The threats that each species face may be subtly different, but they all fall under the umbrella of man's exploitation of and impact on the environment. The majority of that impact has happened in the mechanised era of the last 70 years, in our lifetimes. So collectively it's our responsibility, and unless we do something about it, that's the legacy we leave to future generations, along with an almost institutionalised acceptance that erosion and degradation of the environment and our wildlife is an inevitable and acceptable consequence of human advancement. It is not. The teams behind Bird Photographer of the Year and Birds on the Brink are not willing to stand by and do nothing. And with Bird Photographer of the Year firmly established, the time has come to nail our charitable colours to the mast. The charity Birds on the Brink now owns Bird Photographer of the Year and derives its funds from the competition. The aims of the two organisations align when it comes to inspiring people to care, and Birds on the Brink is now the vehicle through which grants can be awarded to innovative bird-related conservation projects, ones where a modest amount of money can do the most measurable good. We look forward to working with you, our community, as we develop the charity and see its aspirations come to fruition. Thank you so much for your unerring support for the competition over the last 5 years, and I hope that the establishment of the Birds on the Brink project at least brings some good cheer to you all in these rather troubling times. Stay safe and well, and look out for more news on Birds on the Brink and Bird Photographer of the Year as we go through the year. Thank you.